Hey, it is raining outside today, so I'll tie some flies. I have a charter tomorrow, but it's not a fly fishing charter tomorrow. It's a just a regular spinning rod trip tomorrow. It rained all day yesterday, and it's getting cold. Yeah, same thing here in Louisiana, but oh, I subscribe back to your channel, by the way. Just letting you know. I think I'm your only subscriber. But anyway, all right. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to get going here. Everything's a mess, just like usual. Hopefully, my animals will chill out so I can tie flies. I'm gonna do a little bit of just playing around today. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. All right, let's see here. See what flavor fly I want to make today. Good grief. I guess I bought a lot of chartreuse eyes lately. I didn't realize I had 2 packs of them. Oh, maybe I'm out though. Yeah, I guess that's why I bought 2 packs. I'm out, so that's good. So I'll open up one of these right here. This is the large size chartreuse lead eyes. That's why I bought some, because I guess I'm out. Yeah, these are. I'm just adding a little bit of color. I'm just gonna add a little color to the fly. I think I'm gonna do like a little, mostly like purple and black fly. I do a lot of purple and black flies, but they work really good on the redfish. So down here in Louisiana. All right, go ahead and throw get this eye started on here. I finally added flies to my website, and I'm going to be adding more all the time. And of course, you can go on my website and book a fishing trip with me too, y'all. Um, April is probably about half full for me on trips. I'm not booked a whole lot in April right now. Um, May is probably about half full, and May usually fills up because May is a. Oh yeah, of course, Tater. Yeah, man. So May, the winds normally calm down in May, so and the fishing's really good. So my month of May right now is about half full. It should get hopefully all the way full. I hope. We are just tying these eyes on. Making a jig head. No, sir. I'm tying flies. I'm a fishing guide down here in Louisiana. I'm not booked today, which is fine because it's raining. I'm booked tomorrow, so I'm just tying flies. Um, really just to have something to do. But I don't just do fly fishing. I do regular spin rod trips also, salt water. So I'm booked tomorrow with a regular spinning rod trip, so that'll be in my big boat tomorrow. And then I think most of my trips this month are. I think most of my trips in April are fly fishing. I think, but I do have some spinning rod, and the so as it keeps warming up, like getting towards May and all that, the spinning rod stuff's going to take off also because you'll get a lot of speckled trout. Speckled trout will move out towards the beaches, and a lot of people love to catch speckled trout because they're good to eat. So towards May, I'll get a lot of spinning rod trips also for speckled trout. May 1st. Oh, thank you, Mr. Doug. Thank you. May 1st, red snapper season comes in May 1st. So that'll be on fire, hopefully. And for red snapper, we take my big boat on that one and go out a little bit further for red snapper. All right, y'all. Let's see. That's a brand new. I guess it's just the way it looks on here. That hook looks bent, but it's not. It's a brand new hook. But all right, we're gonna take some. This is called what's it called? Because my mind's going blank. Zonkers. It's basically made out of rabbit fur, I believe, right? Yeah. And it's like black and purple stripe. I'm gonna cut a piece of this, and we're gonna use this for our tail on this fly. Let me see. That ought to be long enough. That's what she said. All right. Yeah, I saw that. Of course, it's all over the internet. So I saw that video um, from other YouTubers and stuff. I am happy to say that I am not like that on my fishing charters, y'all. I've never. And down here, I mean, I don't know. It may be like this everywhere, but I know down here in Louisiana, people get pretty territorial with fishing holes and stuff. And for some reason, in Louisiana, I'm talking about Louisiana now. I know the situation went on. I'm just talking about Louisiana to compare it, but for some reason in Louisiana, Louisiana is one of the only states that if you own the land, you can also own the water up under it in parts of it. So Bassmasters and all that used to come down here and hold Bassmasters Classics and all that. Well, the reason they're not doing it is because landowners were threatening the Bassmaster pros. I mean, one of them got shot at one time with a cameraman on his boat. The guy got arrested. But yeah. So I know people down here in Louisiana are pretty territorial, man, about fishing. I don't know. I'm a charter captain, and I don't even get upset. Like people pull up next to me all the time when I'm on charters. I'm not like yelling at them and you know I'm not yelling at them and trying to jump in their boat. There's plenty of fish out here for everybody, man. I'm gonna throw a little bit of purple. I'm gonna throw a little bit of purple and a little bit of yeah. So I mean, it's true. If you go back and watch the old Bassmaster Classics, the one down here, you're gonna see like one of the competitors gets shot at, or they shoot at his boat. Of course, they sent a sheriff's deputy to the guy's place and arrested him. But yeah, I got buddies that fish in the pro circuits, and they told me that's the reason Bassmasters don't come down here anymore is because of the way they do the private, you know, with the land down here and people going crazy about their fishing and all that. That's the reason Bassmasters don't come down here anymore. So just throwing a little bit of purple shine. I'm sorry, I'm not even sitting here talking about my fly. Just throwing a little bit of purple shine right there. I'm throwing a couple of things of gold on it. Yep, you are correct. Harmless fun. Yep. And by the way, anybody's watching, if y'all ever want to book a trip, come fish with me, go to my website. I think it's listed on my YouTube channel. And come down to Louisiana. I don't just do fly fishing, I do regular fishing. So if you don't fly fish, we could take out, just like tomorrow. My trip tomorrow is not a fly fishing trip. It's a regular conventional fishing rod trip tomorrow. Y'all, I have got to get some regular videos up on my. I've got content I hadn't even edited yet. I've got to get some regular videos on my channel for y'all to watch. I apologize. I've been lazy about editing lately. I've got days worth of fishing trips on my computer that I hadn't even edited yet. I need to get that done. All right. Do you need a fishing license to fish with me? So you can get it's a 3-day charter license. So you don't have to get a full fishing license. If you come down here to Louisiana to do a charter trip with a captain, you get a 3-day charter license. You go on the Louisiana Fish and Wildlife website and go under fishing licenses, and they'll have one that says 3-day charter, and you buy that. It's like $20. You know, I'm gonna add some little eyes to our fly, y'all, just to make it look cool. If you go to my website, you can see my booking calendar, so you can see the days I have available. I keep my calendar updated. As soon as I get booked, as soon as I book a trip, I update my calendar so that I don't get double booked. I've actually got double booked one time where I didn't have my calendar updated, and so I refunded the guy's money, and he's actually the guy that happened to. He booked me because I didn't have my calendar updated. It was my fault. So I refunded his money. He's actually fishing with me this month. This was like sometime last year that I got double booked. I refunded his money to him, and now he's fishing with me this month. At some point this month, he's coming back to fish with me. We're just drying this glue I just put on here, y'all. I'm just sitting here tying along. Hadn't even been talking about the fly. I'm just sitting here telling fishing stories and. Oh, thank you, Mr. Doug. Thank you. All right, let's see. I'm gonna add a little bit of purple to it. So I got some purple EP brush right here. And if y'all like fly fishing, May 2nd and 3rd, this is going to be in Gulf Shores, Alabama. It's going to be the 3rd annual fly fishing festival. Of course, they'll have everything there. They'll have fly time. They'll teach you how to tie flies. They'll have all kinds of exhibitors there. There's a fly fishing tournament. So if you don't saltwater fish, they're going to have freshwater also. So there's going to be a fly fishing tournament for both freshwater and saltwater. It's in Gulf Shores, Alabama, May 2nd, 3rd. I'm going to be there hanging out with the guys from my local fly shop here. It's called No Wake Outfitters. They're one of the sponsors. I'm going to go hang out with those guys, and I'm going to fish I guess I'm going to fish the Redfish tournament too. I've never fished Gulf Shores, Alabama in my life, but what I'm going to do is sometime this month I'm going to go down there when I get a couple of nice days of weather and I'm not booked, I'm going to go down there and fish so I can get ready for the tournament, so I can learn the area a little bit. All right, let's put on some purple EP brush right here, y'all. It's going to add some thickness to the fly, add some body to it. It's going to add some thickness to this fly, so the fly will move water when you strip it through the water. Um, fish can sense movement, so it's just going to help them find the fly. So we're going to add some EP brush to it. So I got this material. I kind of got it started right here, and if you can see, there's a wire running down through this material. So I'm going to fold this stuff over the wire just like that as I wrap it. So we're just going to start wrapping from the back of the fly going towards the front. But yeah, if you want to go to a cool fly fishing festival, May 2nd and 3rd, Gulf Shores, Alabama. There'll be a lot of people there. People come from all over the country to go to it. So it's going to be pretty sweet. All right, now we're just cutting off this tag end right here. I didn't do the best job wrapping that just then. It's not my best. I probably need more light. I don't have a lot of light right here. So now we're just going to add some thread and tie this off right here. I'm just making it look neater, y'all. Yeah, May 2nd and 3rd. Yep. Did you use the dabbing? No, I haven't. No, I hadn't, Tater. I hadn't got. The weather's been terrible all week, actually, for about over a week now. So I haven't got to use that fly yet. Let me see if I got it right here in my box. I don't know if I do or not. If I got it in my box, I'll show the people at home what you're talking about. I've got some fly boxes right here with me with flies in them, but I don't know if I got that one in here or not. I don't have it in here. I don't know where that fly is. I got it somewhere, but I don't. But if y'all go to the website, if you just look up Gulf Shores Fly Fishing Festival, May 2nd, 3rd, I'm sure they have a website, but I'm sure you can find it for everybody that wants to go. All right, let's add some dark right here. Let's add some black. Actually, we might just do some purple. Sorry, y'all, I'm digging around for supplies. It's like I'm always trying to find fly fishing supplies when I'm tying. I tell you what, we'll just do some black. Mostly because I found my black. And we're gonna actually I want to do a little bit. I want to do a small wrap of shine on it first. Sorry, y'all. Trying to find. I just saw it. I got to pull out half my supplies just to get the one thing I need. There it is. All right, I found it, y'all. Sorry. I was just grabbing a little bit of purple crack wrap, y'all. So I'm gonna add a little bit of purple crack wrap right here, and then we're gonna add some dark to the front of the fly. So I'm just gonna cut off just a little bit of this purple crack wrap, maybe like 2 inches of it. I don't want very much of it. I'm gonna add just a little crack wrap right here, y'all. And like I said before, y'all, once I hit 5,000 subscribers, I have a brand new 9-10 weight saltwater rod, fly fishing rod that I'm gonna give away. I've already got I've had the rod now for months actually. Once I hit 5,000, I'm giving it away, and then I'm gonna do another giveaway at 10,000. All right, y'all, wrapping this right here. Just a little bit of shine. I don't even need very much of it. Just like that. That'll work right there. Just like I do a lot of my flies, y'all. We're just kind of making this one up as we go along, but it'll work. All right. Oh, the cotton candy? I have not. I have not got to. The weather's been terrible. I haven't got to go fly fishing. I think the weather, um, like later this week, the weather's supposed to be pretty good. So I'm thinking Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to go fly fishing. I'm not booked yet Wednesday and Thursday. So unless I get booked, then I'm going to go by myself or maybe take a buddy of mine or something. But I'm going to go fly and I get to actually fish. I only get to fish when I'm not booked, y'all. So what's up, Rube? I only get to fish when I'm not booked. And usually, if it's decent outside, I'm usually booked. So, all right, y'all, we're going to take some of this kind of like a thick, I think it's deer hair, I think. I don't have the package for it anymore, so I can't remember. But we're going to take some of this. I'm pretty sure it's deer hair. And we're going to cut off, and it's shorter. It's a little bit shorter deer hair. I'm going to cut off a chunk of this shorter deer hair. I'm sure Rue will be booking a trip with me sometime soon. All right, we're going to lay that right on top. Now, when I put this thread over here, I'm going to let go of my finger. And what that's going to do is it's going to wrap this deer hair around the front of my fly and basically make the fly look like it's having a bad hair day. All right, watch. Here we go, y'all. I'm going to start to wrap it just like that. I'm going to let go of my finger. You'll see, it gave my fly a bad hair day right there. I'm actually going to do that again. Maybe. Do I need one more wrap of it? It might be pretty good like that. I might do, I don't know. That looks pretty good. I might do one more wrap of it, y'all. Like a little bit smaller wrap. So same thing, taking this deer hair, except I'm not going to get as big of a chunk this time. A little bit smaller chunk of deer hair. So just a smaller chunk of deer hair, and I'm gonna do the same thing, except this time I'm gonna turn the fly over and go from the bottom. You just have to be careful, because this is where the point of your hook is. We're just giving the fly a little bit of a bad hair day there. Like that. All right. And we are about done with this fly, y'all. All right, let's tie this one off. Where is my tire at? Did I not take it out of the box today? Here it is. Well, that's a different one that I normally use. Here it is. So, got my little tire right here. If y'all are new to the channel, please subscribe. Trying to grow my channel. If y'all take 2 seconds and hit the like button, it helps out too, because it sends it out across the YouTube algorithm. Do one more wrap. If y'all been watching my channel, y'all know I like to wrap it 3 times. Okay, let's add some glue over that, over those threads right there, and we'll tie something else, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. It's a rainy day, so I'm just tying flies. We're just going to dry these. Dark blue chartreuse crack wrap and silver shiny with a bad hair day. Actually, I think I do have some blue deer tail. Can you do dark blue chartreuse crack wrap and silver shiny with a bad hair day? I can do that. I think I've got all the supplies to do that. But we'll do that next. I'm just drying this right here real quick. Dark blue, chartreuse crack wrap, and silver shiny with a bad hair day. Yep, we'll do that next. All right, y'all. A little quick, easy, a little black and purple redfish fly. Start off with a 2-aught Umpqua hook. We added some chartreuse lead eyes, some large. They're considered large lead eyes. I want this fly to drop down as fast as possible in front of that redfish when we get out there. Threw some purple and black zonkers right here. It's like rabbit fur. We threw some gold and purple shiny on the hiney. We put the little they're not really chartreuse, but like some green eyes on there just for the heck of it. I mean, the fish will never see it probably, but it makes it look cool anyway. Then we threw some purple, what you call it, EB brush on there. We threw a little bit of a purple crack rat right there just to give it a little shine. And we threw some more deer hair right here at the front just to give it like a little bad hair day. You know? And that's it, y'all. Quick, easy little fly. All right. Let me pull out some supplies for the next. Let's see. For the next fly we're going to do here. Let's see. All right. Yeah, we can do that. I've got stuff right in here. I just got to find it real quick. But I do have some blue deer tail in here somewhere. I think I've used it like once before ever. I think I just saw it. Oh, there's some blue shiny. We'll throw a little bit of blue shiny on there. Let me find my stuff, y'all. Also looking for my, there it is. Okay, I got the chartreuse crack rat. We got that. Oh, you wanted some silver shiny. I got some silver shiny right here. There, and I found my blue tail. I think we're in business. All right, I think we're in business, y'all. So let's knock this one out. All right, let's do this. All right, so we had a request for a certain color fly, y'all, so we're going to do it. Here's my blue deer tail. All right, 2-aught Uncle Hook. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Umpqua. Umpqua just stand. I know Umpqua just stands for super expensive hooks, just because it has fly fishing attached to it. That's what Umpqua stands for. But it's like, how many was that? That was 25 hooks for like $34 or something crazy like that, just because they're fly hooks. So, all right. Dark blue, chartreuse crack wrap, silver shine. Okay, that's easy. We can do that. Let's go ahead and put our lead eyes on here to start with. Let's see. What color eyes do I want to use? Let's go with like a. I'll tell you what. Let's just go with kind of like a natural platinum kind of color. I mean, obviously it ain't natural, but you know what I mean. Kind of like just a regular platinum kind of color. For this fly we had a user request, y'all. All right, it's something that I don't normally do, but I'll show y'all, because it's a lot of, this is something else you can do when you put your eyes on your fly, just to add a little extra strength. So right here where I've got the thread on the hook, you can actually add like one little drop of glue before you put the eyes on there. Some people do that. In fact, there's a lot of people, I guess, that do that. I'm going to put glue on either way, but some people will add a drop of glue to their thread before they put the eye on there, just to help it stay. You just don't want your eyes to start spinning when you start catching fish. That's the main thing. You want everything to stay straight, y'all. All right, I was just lining my eyes up. Okay, let's start wrapping it. Maybe after this one, maybe I'll go actually do some editing, y'all, and get some fishing footage out. I've got so much footage on my computer that I haven't even edited yet. Maybe I'll do that next and get y'all a full video out, like a full edited video. I've got so much fishing video that I haven't even edited, y'all. I've been terrible about editing lately. All right, and I actually, once I start editing, I enjoy it. Like I get my little groove, you know. But it's just to sit down and start editing, man. All right. Or sometimes I'll sit down to start editing, and I'm like, you know, and I'll stop. But I guess because I've got 500 something videos online, y'all. So I've done a lot of editing over the years. And I use my main program I use now for editing is DaVinci Resolve. But I still use Adobe Premiere Pro or whatever for some things. Well, I use Adobe for like some of my YouTube shorts and stuff. But my main editor that I use now is DaVinci Resolve. I'm just drying the glue right here where we put these eyes on, y'all. Is all I'm doing. Yeah, I know. I'll go in there and yeah. I mean, if you watch some of my longer videos, some of them suck, but some of them are pretty good. I mean, I've got better at editing over the years, you know. So, of course, some of my videos are not as good. All right, so we're gonna take some blue deer tail, y'all, for this weird colored fly that we have requested. All right, so we're gonna take some blue deer tail. Probably don't need that much, actually. Probably somewhere around in there. All right, so we got some blue deer tail. This is a requested fly color, y'all, that we're doing. Gonna lay it on top of the hook. And just wrap it up. Just like that. All right. I just wonder if that'll look good with some. Y'all know I like my black stripes. I wonder if that would look. My cat's in here like chasing each other around. I bet it look good with some black stripes. Let's throw some black stripes on there just to break that blue up a little bit. So I'm gonna grab a black Sharpie right here. And put some black stripes on that tail. Just to break it up a little bit. You know, because all these blue shrimp that I see swimming, all these blue shrimp that I see swimming around out here, all have black stripes on their tail, you know. There we go. We added some black stripes to our blue tail, y'all. All right. Silver, let's see. Silver shiny was requested. I'm gonna do some silver and some blue shiny, y'all. So we'll do the silver first. Look, this is brand new. I hadn't even used the silver yet. Brand new. So let's grab some silver shiny. Y'all know I like putting the shiny on the hiney on my flies. So we're gonna grab some shiny, some silver shiny right here. Brand new package of it. If I get to go fly fishing Wednesday and Thursday, or Wednesday or Thursday, if I don't get booked those days and I get to go by myself, I'll test out some of the newer flies that we've been tying, y'all. Maybe I'll throw this one also. All right, y'all. We got some shiny, some silver shiny right here. So we're gonna wrap this around the thread one time. Pull it up like this. Kind of hold it up out of the way. Get some wraps to get it started. We're going to hold this down to the side and wrap it up to make it stay. So there we go. We threw some silver shiny on the blue. And just for the heck of it, let's throw some blue shiny on there also, y'all. And by the way, y'all, I do sell flies on my website, or you can go to my, I have a store on my YouTube channel. It links straight to my website. And you can also go on there and book trips with me. If y'all want to come to Louisiana and fish, saltwater fishing. I don't just do fly fishing, I do spinning rod fishing. So y'all can book trips and come down here and get on some fish. All right, let's throw some blue shiny on here too, just for the heck of it. Don't want that much shine. Let's go with a little less strands. All right, maybe about like that. Okay. So we got some blue shine right here, y'all. We're doing a viewer requested fly. That's what we're doing. We're gonna lay this down to the side right here. I have a fishing charter tomorrow, y'all. Sometimes I go live on our fishing charters. I had one the other day, but the guys didn't want me to go live, so I don't know. Sometimes I get secret squirrels and stuff that come fishing with me, and they don't want to be seen on camera. So I don't know what the deal. They didn't want me to go live the other day though. But if the guys are cool tomorrow, we might go live while we're on the fishing charter. It's just a regular spinning rod trip tomorrow. My cats are, I don't know. My cats like doing UFC, y'all. They're like, you know, putting each other in headlocks and stuff. So I have to get onto them every once in a while. All right, let's see. Blue chartreuse crack wrap, silver shiny with a bad hair day. Okay, we got the blue tail. We got some blue and some silver shiny hiney on there. Let's go with, I haven't done this in a while. Let's see if I can find a feather to put on there. I don't guess I have any blue feathers. I thought maybe I did. I can go with a chartreuse feather. For some reason, I thought I had some blue feathers, but I don't guess I do, y'all. Yeah, no blue feathers. That's kind of weird. It's like the one color feather I don't have. All right. And y'all, this is a weird color fly that I'm making. One of our one of our viewers requested this fly. So if it don't look supernatural, y'all, that's just, well, it's gonna look supernatural, just not natural. So it's a supernatural looking fly. It's just not a natural looking fly. All right. So let's grab a black and chartreuse feather. So we got one black and chartreuse. It's called saddle hackle. Saddle hackle just stands for colored feathers that cost way too much. That's what saddle hackle means. All right. And I cut off the thick part of the feather. I'm going to lay this on top of the fly, y'all. Lay this on top of the fly and get some wraps in it. Wrap it up like that. And then we're going to start wrapping this fly. We're going to start wrapping this feather around the fly, y'all. So I got these clippers right here. We're just going to clip it to the end of the feather. Most of the time they come unclipped anyway, but we're going to start with them clipped on there. And we're going to start wrapping this feather. See, it just popped off. We'll just wrap it with our fingers for now. We're going to start wrapping this feather. Actually, I'm going to reclip it. It just makes it easier to wrap. I'm just going to wrap this feather around the fly, y'all. I know it's crazy colors on this fly, but it was a user requested fly, or user, I keep saying user. Y'all, I used to do a lot of IT work, computer work, all that stuff. So I keep saying user requested, but it's a viewer requested fly. I don't do as much nerd stuff nowadays. I do a little bit. I got a buddy that still has a technology company, and I'll help him some, but for the most part, I just fish. All right. I might throw one more feather on there, y'all. Let's throw one more on there. I got one right here. So again, I'm just going to cut off this thick part of the feather right here because it don't really wrap. If you try to wrap that thick part, it's just going to end up breaking. So I'm going to wrap this mostly to take up a little bit more space. We had too much space in between. Too much space in between where I was going to put my other ingredients, my other material on the fly. We had too much space, so Y'all, May 2nd, 3rd, May 2nd and 3rd in Gulf Shores, Alabama, there's a fly fishing festival. If y'all want to learn how to start tying flies and stuff, y'all can come there May 2nd and 3rd, Gulf Shores, Alabama. And there will be plenty of fly tying classes there. There's also a fly fishing tournament there. It'll be both freshwater and saltwater. So if you don't saltwater fly fish, you can do the freshwater part, whatever. I'm gonna do the salt. I'm gonna be in the saltwater tournament. You know, along the beach and stuff for like redfish and all that stuff that I normally fish for. I do freshwater fish, but when I do my bass fishing, I don't really fly fish for bass. I know a lot of people do. When I'm fishing for bass and stuff, I'm using regular fishing rod. All right, y'all. I got one crazy little piece of feather right there I'm going to cut off. And then she wanted this fly to have a bad hair day. The most boring job ever. Yes. So I did both. So I did the whole sitting behind the computer thing. I worked for a major law enforcement agency in their IT department. So I did both when I worked there. I was one of only 2 technicians at the whole place that would actually go around and fix people's stuff. So I tried not to stay in the office. I usually try to get out of the office. So I would basically walk around. My key card went everywhere. So I'd walk around and basically just go check on computers and stuff. And then if they needed me, they would call me on my phone, and then I would go fix something. But if there wasn't anything to do and I was stuck in the office, then yeah, I was in there logging into computers and fixing whatever, and that part was pretty boring. All right, but my favorite, kind of when I was doing all the technology work, is I would do installation stuff. So I got to where I was going and doing all these installs at like a lot of restaurants, Popeyes, Burger Kings, whatever. And I would basically install everything, like all their. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. We're just making this fly off the top of our head, so I'm just thinking about what I'm doing. But I would go install all their stuff, all their screens, their point of sale, everything. I did that for a long time. I got my captain's license back in 2014, and I started guiding in 2015. And during that time, I took a couple of breaks from guiding, and I actually went and did some more technology work in between there. But nowadays, I mostly, besides help my friend every once in a while, I mostly fish nowadays. Besides help my buddy that has a technology company, I mostly fish. I'm gonna add my tweezers right here to this. We're just adding a little chartreuse crack wrap right here. And then it was requested that I give this fly a bad hair day, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, so I did both Navy. I don't ever really talk about my military, but I did Navy and Army. I did 2 different branches. So when I was in the Navy, I was a crew chief on H-46 helicopters. So, and those helicopters are old. They don't even build them anymore. They've been around since like Vietnam. That's why they sometimes just fall out of the air. But But in fact, a lot of the helicopters at our squadron had bullet holes that were just patched over from Vietnam. But anyway, so I was a crew chief on H-46 helicopters, and and you know how the radio systems, military radio systems, are loaded with crypto, so you can talk securely back and forth or whatever. So our helicopter was like well known for dumping the freaking crypto. So you'd be out flying along and whatever, you get a power surge and there goes your crypto would dump. So then you didn't have encrypted communications anymore. Everybody could hear you talk basically, or people couldn't hear you talk because then sometimes if you didn't have the crypto loaded, you couldn't talk back and forth to black poofy bad hair. Okay, um, I can do that. So if you didn't have crypto, sometimes you couldn't talk back and forth to other allied forces. So one time we were flying off the coast of Puerto Rico. Yeah, we were flying off the coast of Puerto Rico one time, and our crypto dumped. Like I said, sometimes it would just dump. So our crypto dumped. So we didn't have any. We couldn't, you know, we couldn't talk back and forth to other allied forces except for on open. You've always got to open radio frequencies that you can talk back and forth on. It's not encrypted. But so we were flying along, and all of a sudden we get a call over the radio. We could hear them, but they couldn't hear us. We got a call over the radio, and they were like, "This is U.S. warship, whatever it was." They said, "This is U.S. warship, whatever, Sea Whiz control." And they're like, "You're flying unauthorized, blah blah blah." And they're like, "Turn away." They started warning us. So like, turn away now, or we'll be forced to open fire or whatever. And we're sitting there like trying. They couldn't hear us because our crypto had dumped. So we're sitting there trying to talk to them, like, "Hey, don't shoot us," you know. But they came over the radio a few times saying, "Turn away now," and it was Sea Whiz. And if y'all know anything about Sea Whiz, it don't take but one burst and you're done. So we finally we had to turn. Gotcha. We had to turn and get away from there before they opened up the freaking Sea Whiz on us because our crypto dumped. So you know, I know what you mean with the crypto, man. Had some crazy times back in the day. It was good times, man. All right. Used to fly around some VIPs every once in a while. Probably the most, probably the most, I guess, craziest VIP at the time that we flew around when I was still in. We flew the British chief of naval operations around or whatever. So he had a couple of SAS dudes for his security. So they were on the helicopter with us while we were flying around. All right. I don't know. I don't know about that honestly, because to me it looks like it never even turned away. It just flew right into the side of that thing. So I don't know what was up with that. I mean, I'm not really a politic. I mean, believe me, I've I've watched my politics and stuff a lot, but this ain't really a political channel. But to me, it looked like it kind of flew right into the side of it. And supposedly they were supposed to be on NVGs, and when you're wearing NVGs, sometimes your depth perception is off with NVGs. But any kind of light source at all when you're on nods like that, MVG, any kind of light source at all is going to be bright. And that airplane had to be lit up like a Christmas tree with all those blinking lights on it and all, you know. So I don't know what was up with that. Because to me, it looked like it just flew right to the side of it. So who knows? And just dry this glue right here. When I was in, we lost a couple of helicopters while I was in. That is a weird looking fly, Miss Casey. That's what you requested, but it looks pretty weird. Blue tail with some silver, and I threw some blue shiny on there. Some chartreuse with some chartreuse crack wrap, and some black hair around the front for a bad hair day. I'm gonna trim it down. I'm gonna trim it down a little bit and see if it looks cooler, maybe a little bit more streamlined. So anybody watching, this right here was a viewer requested fly color. EWAS. Oh, I see. Thank you, EWAS. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat just then, y'all. I was trimming this fly down. What time is it? It's only about 10 after 12. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. No. I was checking my phone real quick, y'all, make sure I didn't miss any calls about fishing trips or anything. So there we go. I trimmed it down a little bit. Make it look kind of cooler, I think. All right. Are these bead chain eyes? No. These are regular lead eyes. Regular lead eyes. I tell you what, y'all. We'll tie one more fly. One more quick fly. Let's do one more, y'all. I would never catch and eat something. Maybe tune this up. And maybe it's in this from Subway. I don't get. I guess I didn't get that. What did I miss? The only fish I will eat is a fillet of fish from McDonald's. Oh, I see what it said. And maybe a tuna sub from Subway. I will never catch and eat something. Yeah, I'm a big catch and release person, y'all. So I throw back a lot of fish that I catch. If I want to eat some fish, I'll go catch like some speckled trout, saltwater speckled trout. And I think the official name is like spotted sea trout or something like that. But down here in Louisiana, they just call them specks. But if I want to eat some fish, I'll go catch some specks or some speckled trout. And because they taste really good. And I'm not worried about trying to catch my limit. I don't need to catch 15 fish or whatever. I'll just go out and catch enough to eat that night, and I usually cook them the same night. So I'm a big catch and release person anyway. But now me being a fishing guide, all all the fish we catch on fly fishing charts. So when I do fly fishing trips, when I do fly fishing charters, we throw all those back. We don't keep any fish on a fly fishing charter. But sometimes, you know, I'll have a regular. My cats are still trying to fight each other. But now sometimes I'll have a regular spinning rod trip where the people want to keep some fish. So we'll keep some on a spinning rod trip if they want to. All right, y'all. I'm gonna do like a white fly. So I got some white lead eyes right here. Just bought them the other day. So let's throw some white eyes on there, y'all. This is probably the last one I tie for a little bit, y'all. I need to go edit some video, man. I am so far behind on video. I wish y'all see Rude in the comments. He's fished with me a bunch of times, y'all. I wish I can remember the name of that video that he was in. He's been in a couple of videos actually, but I don't remember the name of the. If y'all look through my video, if you go under my YouTube channel, look under videos. Rude's been in my videos, y'all. I can't remember. I was trying to think of the name of the one that he was in that's pretty funny. We caught some giants. Some giant redfish, but he was pretty funny in that video. It's funny, the first time Rude ever fished with me, if y'all see in the comments, Rude comments every once in a while. He's fished with me, man, I don't know, 4 or 5 times maybe. I can't remember how many times he's fished with me. But the first time he ever booked me, I was actually walking out the door to go fishing by myself that day. And I was literally standing in my front door. And as I was walking out, my phone beeped and I looked. And it said I had a booking request for that day, for the same day. So I called real quick and I think it was for his birthday. They requested a fish same day trip on his birthday. So yeah, we went fishing the same day. Instead of me fishing by myself that day, we did a same day charter. They requested me. We went that day. And man, we smoked them. I really don't know how many we caught, but we caught a lot of fish that day. Oh, it was a Frankenstein fly. That's funny. We're just drying this glue right here we put on here, y'all. We're gonna tie like a white fly real quick, y'all. This is probably the last one I tie for a little bit. I'm gonna try to go edit or something. So I got some black and white zonkers right here. We're gonna cut off about that much of it, a couple of inches of it. So I got some black and white zonkers. It's rabbit hair is what it is, y'all, and they just color it up. They just color it up, whatever colors, you know, make it whatever colors people want to buy, I guess. All right, let's get this. Hold on, y'all. Let's get this zonker started on there. This stuff is really soft. And it's like, it's slippery, I guess, is the way I would describe it. Because it's so soft. go. Little black and white zonker tail, y'all. Let's add some eyes to it. I got some pink eyes we'll throw in there. All right, y'all, got some pink easy shrimp eyes. Let's throw those on there. I know y'all probably get bored seeing me tie flies all the time, but I appreciate y'all watching. If I wasn't live on YouTube, I would still be sitting here tying flies, so I figure I might as well go live if I'm going to sit here in time. Go live on YouTube, maybe pick up some subscribers if I'm going to be sitting here tying anyway. Okay. All right, throw some glue over that. Yes, they are versatile. I've got some squirrel zonkers too. I've only got one pack of them, but I've got some squirrel zonkers that I use. It's like a really cool color. I need to get some more like it. Root, you got a kitchen. My dog went in the kitchen. I had to get him out. All right, y'all, let's throw some glue in here. I'm gonna throw some pearl flash. I know. I told people about that. It's pretty funny how you were watching gardening and somehow ended up watching me tie flies on a fishing channel. That's pretty crazy. Let's grab some pearl flash right here, y'all. And we'll throw some pearl colored flash on there, everybody. Actually, I don't want quite that much. Maybe about that much. Flip this over. Throw some pearl flash on here. All right. Oh God, my dog's gonna start playing. Oh Lord. Sorry, y'all, my dogs are playing in the background. I don't want to stop them because they're having fun, but it just makes a lot of noise. All right. I bought some Foxy brush the other day, y'all. So this right here, it's like an EP brush, except it actually has some fox hair in it also. So I'm just going to grab a piece of this Foxy brush. Wind is still kicking like Bruce Lee on steroids outside, y'all. It's been blowing in the 30s all week. I had a charter out the other day. I had a charter in 30-mile-an-hour wind the other day. We caught a lot of fish. It was a spinning rod trip. We caught a lot of fish. We just didn't have a lot of big fish. It was kind of weird. we caught a lot of fish. We just didn't have a lot of big ones. All right, y'all. This is called foxy brush. If you can see, I mean, there's some fake material in there, but y'all see that long kind of whatever? That's actual fox hair in here too. So we're just going to lay this on top of the hook. Oh, there's a wire running through it too, y'all. Just like the regular EP brush. We're going to lay this on top of the hook and get some wraps to get it started. All right, we're going to wrap this foxy brush around the fly. Just added some body to the fly, y'all. Make it a little thick. Let's see. And y'all, I'm not a pro fly tyer, by the way. I mean, I've tied hundreds of flies, but I'm not like some of those guys are like, they've been tying flies their whole life and they're like pros at it, but I don't consider myself, I consider myself a guide fly tyer. In other words, I tie guide flies. So these flies are the flies that I use while guiding on my trips. So you call them guide flies. So I just consider myself a guide fly tyer, y'all. I just tie what works. I'm not trying to be all super jiggy with it and tie something that looks like a work of art. Mine are just flies that work, y'all. That's what I tie. All right, I'm gonna grab some white crack wrap if I can find it. I'm gonna put a little bit of white crack wrap right here around the front of this thing. I thought I pulled it out already today. Maybe I didn't. Let me grab my white crack wrap right here. Oh, I found it. I cannot believe I found it first try. That's right, the fish don't care. That's right, y'all. That's why I tell people all the time, man. I mean, I'm sitting here like trying to snip off a single little hair that might be showing, and the fish don't care. You know, you got some people, some fly fishermen that might want it to look perfect, but the fish don't care. I mean, you pull this thing in front of a redfish, he's gonna smoke it, you know. So, all right, y'all, we got some white crack wrap right here. Just gonna take a few inches of it. Of course, it's got other fly tie material stuck in it from me tying flies all the time. Take a few inches of white crack wrap. If you watch my channel, I've got videos on there. There's this one YouTube short on there. If you look at my channel, look under shorts. I can't remember what the name of the short is off the top of my head, but if you look down through some of the more recent shorts, like during the fall, this past fall, you're gonna see a short on there where I grabbed a big old black and red fly for one of my clients, and we tied that thing on real quick. We were in a school of big bull reds. We were in a school of like multiple 20-pounders. I mean, we had 20+ pound fish all around the boat. And I tied this big black and red fly on there for him. And here comes, as soon as I did, here comes, there's like he caught the fish. There was multiple fish around the boat, but we saw a 24-pounder. And he put that black and red fly in front of that 24-pounder, and you can see the fish. I got it on camera. You can see the fish come up and eat the fly. And it's all on camera, you know. But I've got a lot of fishing videos on my channel, y'all. It's not just fly tying videos. So if you check out my channel, there's a whole bunch of fishing videos on there, y'all. And you can see both fly fishing and regular fishing on there, y'all. That's probably too much, but I kind of wanted it poofy. I kind of wanted some poofiness at the front of the fly right there. Oops. Alright, y'all. We're almost done. Okay, let's tie this off. For some reason, this material, I think some of this material has done got some of my UV glue on there because it feels kind of sticky. Whoops. My thread broke. Not a big deal. If your thread ever breaks, y'all, just rewrap it. Not a big deal at all. Just an added visual. Yep. We're going to throw some glue right here anyway over this thread where I'm tying it off. So it'll be fine. Alright, let's throw some glue on that. And then we will be about done with this fly, y'all. Again, I have a fishing charter tomorrow. It's a regular spinning rod trip. I've only got 2 people tomorrow. Spinning rod. The fishing's been tough, and the reason why, we've been getting a heavy southern wind for like a week straight, like blowing in 30s, and it's been a southern wind. So what it does, it pushes water from the Gulf into the marsh. So it makes the water really high in the marsh. And what happens when that happens is the redfish can go way back up in super shallow stuff that you can't get to because, you know, but they can get way back in the back of the marsh in super shallow water that you can't get a boat in there. So it just makes the fishing tough. Plus, those high winds, have been making the water really dirty. So the fishing might be tough, but we should catch some. All right, y'all. Just a quick white little white redfish fly, y'all. 2-aught Uncle hook. We threw some white eyes on there. I think those are medium-sized eyes. I think some black and white rabbit zonkers, some pearl color shiny on the hiney, some pink eyes just for the heck of it. We threw some foxy brush right in the middle of the fly right there, and some white crack wrap around the front. And when you're stripping this through the water, this is going to flow backwards, y'all. It'll kind of all flow together. Basically, it looks like a little white shrimp imitation. All right, y'all. The 3 flies we tied today, stained water. Yeah, man, you can use it in both. So you can use that fly. Actually, a lot of times in stained water, I'm throwing something like a black and purple. But yeah, white chartreuse work also. But yeah, I mean, this fly, you can use it in either one, stained water or clean water. You can use all these flies in stained or clean water, but I throw a lot of dark colors in stained water a lot. It seems like they can see that darker color better. So we tied this one today, y'all. We tied that one to start off with. We tied this crazy thing right here because one of our viewers requested these colors. So that's what we did. And then the white one. Or the pink eyes UV. Yes, I think so. Let me see. Well, I didn't tore the package out. No, I didn't. Or the UV. It don't say. It says they're. It just says super fluorescent pink. That might be backwards on the camera, but it says super fluorescent pink is what it says. Some of the stuff I use is UV. Like a lot of the crack wrap I throw is UV, or a lot of the EP brush is EV or UV. I mean. So yeah, a lot of that stuff is UV, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the live for now and do some stuff. I'm just kind of cleaning up around the house too. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm probably gonna edit some video. But thank y'all for watching. I'll try to get a new video out. So if y'all subscribe, hit the little notification bell. I'll go in there and I'll make myself edit a new video, y'all. I've got a ton of footage I hadn't even released yet. So I'll go ahead and edit a video and we'll try to get it out. It'll be out this afternoon sometime. All right. Thank y'all.